energy communities are about community development, about trust, inviting people in, about creating a common we. So often people seek some inspiration in the island of Samsø, Denmark.
So every month we have visitors from all over the world who wants to come and study what we do here. And very often we hear the question, how did you do it? And we have to realize and say to them, we don't want to talk about how we did it, but we would like to share with you why we did it. This is much more important for the process, and then get to the how finally. The big question, why, is the opener of a discussion about how do we see the future and what does it take to get to that point.
There's a sound behind me because there's a conference going on with participants from an EU project called ISLET. We are the host for a conference, but this project is not all about this conference. It's a 3-year capacity building. So we actually create trust, we share knowledge, and we actually do actions.
I think that we have to prepare ourselves with models, business models, technical solutions to be ready to act immediately after the government put the right regulation in force. So when they will allow us to do something, we will be ready, thanks to this project.
You know, we try to show you that being a pioneer is not something you can buy. We push you, we dig you, we tickle you to be a pioneer.
To work together and the methodologies used during workshop, it was an inspiration for me because all the time I felt involved. From this moment I know that there is here in Samsø a place where I know people that can help me in some things.
From the 4,000 people on Samsø, 65,000 on the 7 islands that are part of this process, and 15 million islanders in the EU can decide to produce energy locally.
When. It's an art knowing when and when to interact and when not to interact. Because learning is happening all around us, and when we're in a group together, we're learning together, but we learn on different levels. So it's an art to know when to step out and look on a meta level on the learning. So we're learning in here, but we're also learning out here. And it's really an art knowing when that's happening.
I think it's very much about kind of taking them through this process of like how they can then transfer what's happened here and what they are going through to their place, because we can just tell so many stories about how the academy is, but it's so much more about how can you do it where you are, because there was a lot of circumstances that made it possible here, and you have a lot of circumstances in your place that might be different but make it also possible. So it's not so much about the pioneer experience story that everyone wants, but it's more about the process that they go through that creates the impact.
How do we create the common we on islands and communities to move from best to next practice?